Hi, everybody. Today I'm with famous, well, yeah, up and coming musician and fashion designer Apollo McLaren from Dallas. How are you, Apollo? Thank you so much for doing this with me today. It's a really big help. I think we started talking around like 2 years ago, or I think last year. Yeah, and then I found out about your brand, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, and I fell in love. And your album too, Thugs and Bugs. Please stream it. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. I'm pretty sure as well. Hell yeah! All right, so let's get to the questions. So Apollo, what got you into music? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. When you said back in middle school you listened to artists, did your friends show you like? Because I know you're a big fan of Tyler and like other rappers and such. Were you mostly into rap at the time in middle school, or was it just like kind of you were just listening to like rock or whatever? I'm not gonna hate you. Don't worry. Oh my god. I yeah. That ah. That's what happened to me too with Odd Future. I saw some kid wearing the donut shirt, and I was like, "Oh wow, what is this?" And then it got me into it. I also love Danny Brown and Childish. I'm surprised you said Machine Gun Kelly. So for your album Thugs and Bugs, um, what was it like producing it and like kind of coming up with the samples and sort of getting it all together? Yeah, I think it's really cool. Off your album, I think one of my favorite tracks. I'm looking it up. I totally forgot the name of it because it's the one with Universe Got the Nerve. I think is one of my favorites with a Big Nancy. Do you have I really? That's so cool. Well, speaking of music, do you? I don't want you to expose like everything. But do you have any like up and coming plans for another project, like a EP or like something on the works on the way right now, or is it just you kind of chilling back and just yeah? I'm very excited. I cannot wait. I'm very, yeah. I mean, you have. I remember showing a bunch of my friends at Ramapo your stuff, and they loved it. And I really think that you do have a really bright future. Like as a because I've been trying to make music as well. But like I love your stuff, and I think I'm excited for you to see like what you're gonna go to in the next. And so besides obviously music, you do have a fashion brand called Star Ultra. So how did that start? Was it just kind of like with the music thing where a friend kind of was like, "Oh, yo, look at this," or was it just like you just said one day, "Screw it, I want to make clothes." No, I think you probably could. I think it's fine. It's for college. Totally good. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think the problem is with fashion, a lot of it. I think as much as I say like it is a brand name, like for example Supreme and like Palace and like golf, as you know, I think a lot of people don't really put value on the clothes, but rather just the name of it. Cause like you could definitely make a Supreme box logo you want, and then what? It's not. Some kid would be like, oh, it's not worth nothing, but since it doesn't say like Supreme or like some big brand name, it isn't. And I think that's the big problem with fashion. But I love your stuff. I have one of your pieces. I have the Smile for Jesus tee, and I have actually the keychain as well. Oh, and your hat too, the Star Ultra Brown hat, which I love it. The essentials. They are the peak soldier. I love it. It's so cool. Do you for fashion wise? I know you weren't really into as many brands as you said before. Was there like some motivation for like pieces? Because I saw in your older stuff you had like kind of like some reminiscent of like old golf like books from like 2015 to 16 with like the cigarette picture where like you're lighting it all up. So it was like besides golf, was there any other brands that like really were like, wow, I want to make something like this, or like have like an impact on you that made you be like, yeah, 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 yeah. So would you consider your clothing brand like I don't want to like put in technical terms, like I would say like streetwear, or is it like kind of like everyday clothes, or is it like luxury, or what would you declare like Star Ultra to be? Like I know you say it's a yeah, Oh. Well, yeah. Obviously, I don't think you wanna reveal. Don't wanna show the tiny man behind the curtain. I'm very excited for the next drop. I think it's so cool that you're around. Yeah, you are my age. That you're doing. Yeah, 20. That you're doing all this stuff, and it's like it's really inspiring. Like I know. I remember. I think you have a bunch of rug stuff too, because you were talking about that for a bit. Are you planning? I don't want to like spoil anything for the drop, but like, is there like a somewhat of a plan to have like a Star Ultra rug out in the works eventually, or have you been like iffy? Yeah, rugs. No. Yeah. I get that. I think a lot of stuff, even for fashion too, that a lot of stuff is becoming oversaturated, like in the community in general. Like with dunks and like everyone's now rocking like new era hats and like it seems like it gets to the point that it's really hard to find original people like you or like other brands sort of just trying to bring a new fresh wave into clothing and like streetwear and casual wear. And I think what you're doing is really cool with the sense that you want to bring a fresh face. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or like even I know a bunch of kids I used to be friends with are making like the tapestry clothing, like the and I think that's getting I would love if I could I would love to learn how to make it, but it's so much effort. And everybody who sells them are selling them for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's there's no point, man. Yeah, you can't have like 30. No. Yeah, that's the thing. Cause I think the problem is with also a lot of brands they kind of just stick to one niche. And with you, you like brought out and like I'm very excited that you're being more inclusive for like women and doing sportswear. And I think a bunch of brands like if you know 4 times the 111 on a yeah, so he mostly does yeah all he does is tapestry. And I think once tapestry dies down, it's he's not gonna recover. Yeah, and I feel like with you and like brands like Star Ultra, I feel like you guys are gonna thrive because you want to experience more. I my pleasure. Yeah, cause I was yeah like at least you're not like V loan cause that stuff is just oh my god. Oh, I was gonna ask. Yeah, I love I love in I cause in the fashion community everybody's like just dogging like V loan and I think it's a funny thing. I think the problem is now a lot of kids our ages are going into archive fashion. I think you definitely know what that is. Like everyone's like broadcasting like Rick Owens and all that. And I feel like it gets to the point where like everything's just gonna there's like phases. And I feel like with your stuff, yeah. And I feel like your Star Trek does have a lot of potential. And I feel like once it gets in the loop, you guys are gonna be rocking. And I think um yeah I let me see. Oh, do you have any um motivational stuff for people that are like pursuing for music or like want to start a fashion brand or like kind of do what you're doing with your life? Anything? I know you also Twitch as well, so please go watch him on Twitch TV / Apollo McLaren. Star Ultra, my bad. Just do that. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Apollo. Do you want to plug in anything before we end this interview? You can plug in whatever you like, man. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me today, man. And I'll probably talk to you soon. So thank you so much, man. Have a good one.